and gals. Welcome to Coffee and Chaos.
Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Is it just me, or does this sound weird today? It almost like you gotta, I don't know. Maybe that's it. That was it. Okay. There's always something on this old soundboard thing I gotta learn. But, sounds like we got it, I think. Anyway. Oh, yep. Sounds like it's working.
That's a good thing, too.
Glad. All right. It should be going now. I think it should be. Well, good morning, everybody. I am glad that we made it. Sorry I'm a little late. Ooh. That's some good coffee. What's up, Jay? Modern Minute Man. Bobby Bama. Levi. Bad Dream. Live Life. Dan Booker. Yes. Anthony, what's up, man? Just Lark Shotgunner. What's up, brother? Yeah, man, it's let me see. I don't want to give anybody any fake news this morning. It is 24 degrees. Beautiful morning. It is doing good this morning. I've already been out with the dogs. Wish I'd had a little bit more clothing on when I went out with them. I'll say that. But it's okay. We made it. Anthony, your birthday is well, happy early birthday, man. Hope you have a good one. Disastrous Effect 21 in Arkansas. Nice. In case anybody's wondering what kind of strong coffee I'm drinking, it's some horsepower coffee. You like strong coffee with a good aftertaste. That's some good stuff. I tell you what, guys, it's been a crazy year. Been a crazy year. And it ain't over yet. It's still crap. By the looks of things on my end, it's looking like 2026 is still going to start off crazy. But hey, I'm healthy. Family's healthy. That's a good start. We can, I guess, bitch about the rest as we go, but at least we got those things nailed down. So, got a lot to be thankful for. Anthony, I was born 3 minutes before New Year's. That's funny. That's cutting it close, too, man. That's cutting it real close. Let me check real quick. Nope. Never mind. The last kid born in North Carolina. Holy cow, Dan Booker. Dude, you are on it, man. I've got one thing planned for the new year or right after the new year. But man, I don't know. My Forerunner is acting crazy right now. I'm hoping, like I was driving it last night and I was like, man, this is scary. I just fixed one thing with it and I'm like, it's making me nervous taking this thing over a couple of states. I swear, man. I don't want to jinx it, but it's one thing after another, it seems like. Oh, man. I'm hoping I don't know. I'm hoping it'll be an easy fix. I got a couple of things to try before I get into the expensive stuff, so we'll see. Bad dream. They want peace, Trump said, and it's almost done. He said, but they put his palace false flag of peace. What are we talking about, bad dream? Levi, it's got like a skip-ish thing when I'm trying to determine it's not consistent. So part of it makes me want to say it actually could be spark plugs. Because I changed the alternator, it got better. Actually, it actually helped that problem too, the skipping part. The alternator was shot. But when the RPMs are higher, it doesn't skip at all, period. But when it's so I don't know if it's like the overdrive or fifth gear that's going out in the transmission, or I don't know if it's let's see, like misfires from bad spark plugs at just low RPMs. Because when you're low RPM, it's way more noticeable than if it happens at a high RPM. So I don't know. That's gonna be that's like the thought process at the moment. So we're gonna see. I'm probably gonna do spark plugs. It needs them anyway. I'm not changed them in a minute. Mrs. Prepared Citizen. Good morning, and be careful on your way home, love. But yeah, we'll get into it before long. Heck, I may go buy some spark plugs today. If anyone sees twin arrows, tell him to check his email. Dan Booker. A lot of 9mm. $7,000 rounds. You know, that's actually not. Well, I mean, I guess in competition that's a lot, but in all, that's not. I know you've probably shot more than that because you got to practice too, but that's not horrible. You know, it's not horrible. It's not that bad. Man, it always would tick me off. Some of my cop buddies, they would get like free ammo every month. Not lots of ammo. They would tell their department they're shooting competition or whatever. Some of them would. Not all of them. And they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just stashing ammo away." I'm like, "That's pretty jacked up." Yeah, I gotta check the codes, Robert. I got a code reader in that thing too. I keep with it. Yeah, I'll check that too, Levi. I know, like this one, it feels like the axle or transmission. But again, I've ran into that issue before in trucks in the past, where I thought it was the tail end of that thing coming out, but it ended up being more of an ignition issue. And when those, like when they would misfire or not fire at all, it would just be like you'd think it's about to fall out from under you. So I don't know. We'll see. Dan Booker, so so you primarily shoot 9mm? That's cool. Yeah, I know. I got some another cop buddy that he was in like the 80s, early 90s. And in those days, the departments wasn't so big on issuing stuff. Like it was kind of like what you're saying, Bobby Bama. It's they they would some stuff, but they would also give you the option to run your own equipment. Like you'd have to, I don't know, I guess fill out a form, get it approved type thing for duty, carry on duty, like guns, ammunition, certain equipment. And my buddy, he would rock 1911s. He was a 1911 guy. So he would always do 1911. Yeah, it's true, Robert Ham. But yeah, I'm gonna probably start with the spark plugs on the Forerunner and go from there. Because like I said, it needs them anyway. It's due for them. So I try not to jump to the most expensive stuff. I'm gonna definitely do those anyway, and then we'll may clear codes out. I'll get my little code reader, clear them, and then start over, see what it does. There is, and this, I don't know, this could be it. You know, somebody talking about a fuel filter. Yeah, that's true too. Somebody talking about a Levi talking about the air intake, everything being tight. There is a code on that thing, and all those Forerunners are notorious for it. Mine's had it on it since day one. Has had this code since I've had it. And in the Forerunner group I'm in, I would say 90% of the dudes run or have this code on their Forerunners. But it's like a small small air leak or something on the, it's like the gas line or something like that. I'd have to read the code to you, but it's funny. Like I did not know that was a thing until I got in that group. I thought mine was just messed up, and then I realized like 90% of everybody has those things, has that code. I'm like, man, that was a serious flaw for these things apparently. But apparently people drive like, I mean, I've put probably 50,000 miles on mine and it having that code, and it's never until recently gave me an issue. So I don't know. Ray Pat, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. That's who I need to be going to see is Ray. That's the car guy. He like literally builds hot rods. and he's got the most badass truck around. What's your opinion of the 1911? I mean, 1911s are badass. They won 2 world wars. I mean, it wouldn't be my ideal um carry. They're very heavy. They're badass guns though. It's hard to, and I will say I give a lot of shit on 1911s. I get people riled up. I love doing that. I always talk about how bad they suck, but being real though, um the 1911, it's probably one of the funnest things to shoot I know on the range because it's just stupid accurate. They're stupid accurate. It's a single action um automatic semi-automatic pistol. Good lord. Can't believe people go nut, or we got people that'll flag us for saying automatic. But anyway, it's a single action semi-automatic pistol, and it's just that gun runs. It's a badass gun. I love them actually. I ain't against if that's what you want to carry. If the weight and all don't bother you, go for it. But it's a hoss. But it's an accurate shooter though. Yeah. And I will say, yeah, see, there's Dan Booker's been carrying one whole year. But I will say, people, they'll train with like a standard striker fire pistol and then maybe want to carry a 1911 because it's a fancier gun, it's a nicer gun. Don't carry a Kimber. Those jam too much. But I've never. There's a few like for my experience, Springfield's has been awesome. Colts are always awesome. There's a few of them that's really good. Kimbers are really nice. There's a break-in period with Kimbers, and it's like no shit, like 1,000 rounds because those are machined to such tight tolerances. A lot of dumbasses will get them, never train with them, never shoot them that much, and just start carrying them. And I'm telling you, golly, man. Ask any instructor, like James Yeager talked about that a lot. I would like that man or hate him. He is excellent on, or he's dead now, but he is excellent source of info, and his videos are still relevant. But his experience with having so many students through his fighting pistol class and guns that work and don't work, telling you, Kimber, they jam a lot until you get them through a certain period, and it takes a while. It's kind of like a Glock trigger. It takes flipping 2,000 rounds or 2,000 trigger pulls to get that thing smooth. Once you get it, though, it's awesome. Like, I finally got my 19 there. I think I've got close to 4,000 rounds on that gun, and it is like good to go. But 1911s, they're heavy. It's very different from how you're going to draw and shoot. You got to ask yourself, are you going to carry it hammer down? Or are you going to carry it cocked and locked? And you need a holster that supports whichever style of carry. Things like that. Yeah, it's heavy. That's really probably one of the worst, or the worst thing about 1911. But at the same time, I love that meme. You've never heard a 1911 owner or complain about their dog chewing their 1911. And in the picture of the meme, it's a Glock with like dog chew marks that they destroyed the grip. It's pretty funny. That's good. Yeah, I've not ran a Kimber in shoot, probably about 6 or 7 years. But I pretty much sold off my whole 1911 collection, and the only one I kept out of all my brands that I had is my SIG 1911. It's called a SIG 1911 Extreme. That was the model of it. But that thing is the effing best 1911 I've ever shot. Like anybody, I don't give a shit how expensive of a 1911 you've paid for. If you want to bring it and shoot it and compare it to that gun with me sometime, go ahead. I promise you, it won't outshoot my SIG. I promise you. Like that's the best shooting 1911 I've personally ever owned, and that's just out of cold. I've never owned any of the crazy, stupid, expensive stuff like the Dan Wessons or Nighthawks thing, not bullshit like that. And I'm not. If you like that's you, bro. I'm not saying anything bad against you. Just my 1911 when I bought it new, which granted this was close to 10 years ago. It's let's see, I think it was about $1,100 back then. So it was expensive, but it's not like a $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 1911. But I would 100% put it up against 1911s that cost that much. 100%. I think it was pretty cool. SIG, they I wish I could show it here on the live. I can't. But one really cool thing, first off, it's a pain in the ass to find holster. I don't even have a holster for it. I do not have a holster for it. But one really unique and really cool thing SIG did with their 1911s. So if you look at it's got like a Glock style or P320 style extractor on it versus the old school OG 1911 extractor. So that helps the reliability a lot. It's pretty cool how they did that. So they put like, the extractor style of the most reliable pistols in the world. All right, instead of 320, I should say P226 style extractor, not necessarily a 320. But it's a really, really cool gun. Really cool gun. Oh yeah, Bobby Bamber, you got a flipping awesome 1911, man. Rock Island's actually, I've heard a lot of decent stuff about those, to be honest. It's been a hit or miss, but I would dare say, like most stuff, it's probably got like a break-in period, and you'd probably be good to go. I wouldn't be against rocking a Rock Island though. Once you slap enough rounds through it. Dan Wesson's that's a quality 1911. That's no joke. Or if you got like or if you can find like a Wilson Combat. That's the shit right there. I love Wilson Combat. That is some of the, I don't know, coolest stuff there is, in my opinion. Wilson Combat. I love that company. Bill Wilson, love that dude. He's a legend. As far as like a shooter and a gunsmith. But yeah, Dan Wesson's is that's a good 1911. Hey, she's just getting started, ain't she? She's, and that's another thing. It takes a lot of loading to get through a lot of rounds with 1911s because they're only typically like 7 or 8 round mags. You know, if you're running traditional 45. And that's what mine is, by the way. I know some people are getting into like the 9mm 1911, which is cool. But yeah, it's a personal preference thing, really. For me personally, on just a day-to-day carry gun, Glock 19 is already it is. I feel like that's the best trade-off. You know, the amount of rounds you have, the size of the gun, the accessories you can get for it, the amount of holsters available for it. Like you typically can't go wrong with a Glock 19. I wish clones like and I'm not touching anything YouTube or Facebook. I can't there's no guns. I can't touch any. Packet. Anyway, where's that? Right there. The clone 19. I got a clone 17 by Bear Creek, which are outstanding pistols. If you don't want to drop $600 on a Glock, I mean, go to my link and get one of these. But the only pain is holsters for all these clones. That like it never fits just right from the ones I've tried. So, and that's just a pain in the tail, if you ask me. So that's why, I always try to recommend, if you can, just go ahead and get the Glock brand. That way you ain't gonna have any issues getting a holster or whatever. Not even saying a Glock's a better gun than them, because it's so funny. People's like, oh man, the daggers or the Bear Creeks, those suck, those ain't as good. I'm thinking it's literally a clone of the gun that you're saying is the best. I almost want to be like, do you understand what a clone is? It's almost like people that say the Second Amendment shouldn't be infringed upon. Do you know what infringed means? It means not just taken away, but even altered in any way. By that, it's been infringed upon for years. So I don't know what to tell folks. Cherub 1.4. Nah, spend 600. I mean, yeah, if you got it. If you got 600. Tactical Muffin Top. Good morning, brother. Good to see you, man. Pilgrim, what's up, man? Old man butt wrinkles. That's hell of a name, by the way. But good morning, guys. Yeah, and that's a good one too. The Ruger RXM. I got to get one of them. It fits all the Glock holsters. And Bobby Bam, he's got that gun, by the way. He is speaking from experience with that. So that's good. But yeah, I mean, and even the RXM, I know you can pick those up for like $4-ish sometimes. If someone don't have 600, like I'd rather you spend 3 or 4 on the gun, another 50 when you do find the holster that fits it, and then some ammo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get more. If all you got is $600, I don't know. I wouldn't drop it all on a Glock unless you're gonna have like another I don't know, a little bit of money in the next week or two to get your holster and ammo. But That's just my opinion. Get a Taurus. Hey, Taurus, man, they've come a long ways. They're a lot better than they used to be. I would say 12-ish years ago when I first tried some Tauruses. Holy cow, that was a nightmare. Quality was absolutely horrible. Customer service was good, but quality of the product was horrible. I have now a what's that model? It's a G3X is the model I have. I was sort of trying to find something Glock 19ish, to compare to Glocks. I've only put like 500 rounds through that gun. Accuracy isn't quite ain't quite what I would like, but is not bad. But that's a pretty decent gun. Like, I honestly would not look down on anybody that if that was their primary carry whatsoever. So if someone has like one of the G3 series of pistols and you want to EDC that, there ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. That's a pretty quality gun from what I've seen and tested out of mine. So yeah, I can't stand gun snobs like that. That's so stupid to me. It's people that want to make people feel bad for getting what they can afford. I'm like, bro, like I've said this in the AR world. When people show up to train, I'm not asking you. Yeah, you can ask anybody that's come to train with me. I've never looked at someone and said, "Oh, what brand of AR is that?" If you don't have like a BCM or something, I mean that one. Those on the wall behind me are Bear Creeks, and the one I've painted in camo, I've run 1,000 plus through it now. That's a solid flipping rifle. Like, I would grab it just as quick as any to defend my family. It would not matter to me. I've put enough rounds through that thing. I 100% trust it. So, if that hurts your feelings, maybe this ain't the channel for you. My dad had a Taurus. They discontinued. He never sent it back. Yeah, there was one time I had an issue with a Taurus that was discontinued, and we needed some screws or something. I don't remember what it was. My ex-wife. And dude, they were like quick to help us out. They did not charge us a dime, and they like try to narrow down what we needed and send us out what we needed. Oh man, I just saw that the most recent one. I'm just not BCM. I love BCM. A lot of my stuff has BCM stuff on it, but no, that's usually BCM or Daniel Defense. I got a couple of Daniel Defenses, and those are usually ones that people throw out there. I would say BCM. I've heard that one thrown out there more, so I always just give them a hard time. But yeah, I mean, even though the Taurus pistol sucked, in my opinion, the one from a long time ago, they were really good about sending us like parts for it, without charging. And then if it was something like, they did tell us, they were like, if it's something like actual, crazy internal wise, we can send it in and they'll ship it back to us for free or whatever. Which obviously FFL has to do it. Ray got a G2C. Tried to get a bit, it ain't let me down. Yeah, I mean those are good pistols, man. Yeah, I was about to say just keep it clean. It probably never will let you down. Yeah, amen, man. Just being with people like-minded that can help you in your journey on preparedness, becoming a better shooter, or whatever you're trying to do that day. I like when dudes come out. I like to try to do a little bit of everything if I can, if we got time. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what I try to tell people. Now, obviously, that's the biggest thing in all this is just getting stuff within your butt, and it goes for gear too. Same thing with gear. I love my SOE and uh cross. I'm wearing a hat. Crossfire, and I ain't gonna lie. A lot of this gear, like a uh, LBE setup or a chest rig setup from these companies, costs more than some guns. Like it's not cheap, but it'll last you forever. But at the same time, like don't extend your, don't do that with your budget. If that's all you got is $300, you don't need Crossfire or whatever. There's a chest rig, you can't really see it. It's like way up there, but it's what is it? The Zoomy rig by Lynchpin Supply. Those things are awesome, man. And I've got on my Amazon store, I've got some links to some really good budget chest rigs and stuff that work good too. But yeah, I've spent stupid money on gear and stuff, but it didn't put me in a bind or anything. I have been in the position before where it's like, all right, you have this much money to spend on this type of stuff, so we got to be smart with it. So worst but first was a Ruger DC 95. I don't think I've ever had one of them. True. Hub City Outdoor. I ain't never heard of them, but if Dan Booker recommends them, they're probably pretty good. I'd say that. Oop, hold up. Stuff's coming in. So. Alpha Charlie, get the fuck off my lawn. What's up, brother? Good morning, man. We got a coffee in hand. We're getting after it this morning. And it's 24 degrees here in Alabama. I think we've all established a sit rep on our temperatures for our local areas. You can throw yours in there if you want to. That's totally up to you. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I'm I still got some more comms content. I got some radios be shipping out today. Finally got them in yesterday. Sometimes when people order radios, like as you can see up there, I got a few I keep in stock, but sometimes they're not. So when they get ordered, I order them. It's wonky keeping up with a bunch. New Mexico. Oh man, it's early out there, ain't it? Optics have come a long way. You just don't really need more whole. Yeah, that's true for real. Yeah, that's a good point, Dan Booker. I always tell people, at least have some iron sights, a sling, go for a light after that. But yeah, we're definitely to a point now that you can get some really good optics for You know, back in the day, and I know most of you guys that have been around it for a while. Uh, you know, it was either Aimpoint, Trigicon, or EOTech. Like that. If it wasn't one of those, your shit's gonna break sometime soon. Have a good day, brother. Cherub 1.4. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming in here, drinking some coffee with us. Have a good one, brother. Hopefully we'll see you Friday, too. But, yeah, it's, oh, and thank you, Bobby Bama. The, optics, man, I tell you, it's definitely, Vortex. I love Vortex stuff. The Holosun. That's what I got on my Glock right now. It's been really good. I've had it on there. Let's see. Going on 2 years. Going on 2 years. I want to say around March or April. I think it's around that time. I'll have that optic on there for 2 years. So, yeah, man, it's crazy with how good optics are nowadays. And even the one I found that was pretty good is the SIG, the Romeo stuff. And I got an MSR on one of my PSAs. That thing's done awesome. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. They don't even ask if you're like the original purchaser or whatever. They're just like, send it in. And who was it? It wasn't me. It was a friend of mine. They had to get one of their Romeo 5s replaced, and SIG was real good about that. Like it was like a no question asked thing, and they were good to go. I've been wanting to try that one, the new Gen 2 SIG Romeo stuff. That stuff looked really good. I like that stuff. Looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I had a Primary Arms Classic on I put one on a M Carbode Sub 2000, which it did good. That was a good optic though. I want to say it was like $150 back then. Yeah, now you can get optics for $100, man. That's crazy. And they work. Oh man, you gotta get a 300 Win Mag. That's funny. That'd be funny to tell your wife, like, hey, I bought some 300 Win Mag ammo. She's like, okay. You don't have a 300 Win Mag? Exactly. Now I gotta go get one. We gotta go get one now. I'm sorry, baby. If anybody does that, let me know how it goes. See if that works out. The only reason I got a 300 Win Mag now is from my dad. That's what his OG deer rifle is. That he's used since I was a kid. Which, as most of you know, he passed away earlier this year. So that's the only reason I got it. Trust me, I did not want the 300 Win Mag in that way, but I am thankful that I got it. Micro Juliet, some pretty decent glass for the price. That's cool. That's good info. I added, so I've used the Gen 1 setup, Sig, Romeo, and Juliet stuff. I've used the Gen 1 setup, and it's good from my experience. It was good stuff. So when the Gen 2 come out, I actually put the Gen 2 stuff on my Amazon store for anybody that's like wanting to look at optic setups or whatever for their rifles. I try to put that stuff on the Amazon store, stuff that I use. So I've not used the Gen 2, but I felt confident putting it on there. That's the one thing that I haven't personally used that's on the Amazon store is the Sig Romeo Gen 2 stuff. But man, I knew that stuff would be solid though. I'm like, if it's just as good or any better than the Gen 1, like that's good stuff. The crap I'm using on the Bear Creek here, it works amazingly. That's the most budget stuff I think I've ever used on a rifle. It was like $130 for the optic and the magnifier. I'm just trying. That was the goal. I'm trying to keep it as budget as possible, and just make sure everything works. So I'm trying to keep like the cheapest working work rifle that you can make. That's the goal of that gun anyway. But yeah, keeping it like $500, like that whole rifle, or less. It's probably less actually. If you include the fake PEC on it, the IR laser device, it busts over $500. But it's a sweet setup though for the money. I hear you, man. Yeah, 300 Win Mag, that's serious. Like, I think Dad just wanted a badass gun. I hunt with a 243 Win Mag, or 243 Winchester. It's not a Magnum. It might as well be though. How much powder's pushing that little round? But yeah, I love my 243. It's killed everything, or like all your white-tailed deer and coyotes, things like that. I've killed a lot of stuff with it. Light Fighters, good morning, brother. Yeah, I hear you there. I wish my dad had left a will. I begged him to leave a will and to leave everything to my stepmom, because my parents are divorced. But he didn't. There was no will. And a lot of people, I got siblings that were after. It's been a mess, man. I ain't gonna get into it here. This is still ongoing, but it's been a mess. It's been a shit show, to say the least. It's been rough. So, but yeah, I wish everything. I wish he would have left everything to her, so all of his stuff would have just been left the fuck alone. Like it would still be there right now, like everything. And you know, because I'm like you, like I didn't need anything. I mean, you see, like the shit on my wall. I got a bunch of shit in my safes before I got anything of his. Like it's not like I needed anything. So I wish. And my stepmom, she's a wonderful person. Like whatever my dad told her to do, that's what she was going to do. Period. It did not matter. Like she's going to do whatever that man said to a T. So that's why I wish it would have got left to her in that way. whenever, you know, she did decide to move on, or even if until she passed away, like everything would have been properly cared for and done. But no, we got some shitty, evil people in the family, unfortunately, and that didn't get to happen. So it is what it is. So I have the Romeo MSR plus Juliet 3X. The magnifier works better with the Romeo, but only slightly. Romeo 3, that is. Okay. Well, that's good info. A budget beater training rifle is a black one clone with EOTech swan mount. Most people's complete setup costs less than my optic and mount for the block one. That's funny. Dan Booker, you got some nice stuff, man. I enjoy your competition setups and your content. It's pretty badass. And get a big bore on the cheap. Man, I will say this when it comes to like brands like PSA or Bear Creek, you know, budget brands. This is just my opinion. You guys do with it what you want. When it comes to buying this kind of stuff, stick, or anything budget branded, stick with the basic calibers. Like, don't get a 7.62, don't get a 6.5 Creedmoor, don't get any of this weird shit. If you want an AR-15 platform, get 5.56. That's it, 5.56. If you want an AR-10 platform, just get a 308. Like, do not try to venture off into crazy calibers, because there is so much, or I should say, a lack of engineering. I'm not saying people don't test it and do all this, but think of the amount of testing on the platform in 5.56 versus 7.62 on the AR platform, or a 300. God almighty, 300 blackout. That's the biggest one. So many people have issues with 300 blackout. All the bullshit, crazy ammo, the barrel links, the gas systems, the tuning. It's so goofy. Like, I'd rather have a gun I know it's going to work right out of the box. It's been tried and true, tested for the past 50 years. Like, stick with just basic calibers. Unless this is just some kind of toy, you want to try something else, then go for it. But yes, absolutely. 243 is awesome. Just builds or Glocks. I know that's so goofy. Ghost guns. I don't know why they started that. It is perfectly legal, or it was. I don't know if it still is. Who knows at this point? It used to be perfectly legal for you can build as many guns as you want to at your home. You just can't sell them. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, they try to act like, I hate how the media has twisted what illegal guns are. They call them ghost guns, and they're trying to, like, all these criminals are not smart enough to build these damn guns as a hobby. Like, what they are referring to is stolen Glocks and shit that people has gotten rid of the serial numbers, grinded the numbers off. That's what they're referring to. Okay? But they portray it to make these bullshit laws as in people are 3D printing and buying these kits and building guns that can't be traced. No, they're not. most of these people are so flipping stupid, they couldn't put together a Lego set, like much less a functioning firearm. I know some fairly smart dudes that's tried to put together a functioning firearm, and trust me, there's a lot of fine tuning and filing and grinding that goes into assembling these things. Like, it's not a cakewalk like they make it out to be. So it's just crazy. I hear you, man. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it wouldn't have mattered to me what. Which my dad's he's always told me what I was gonna get. Like, because I lived with my dad. I grew up with my dad. The siblings that started all this shit they've never been around. Me and my wife's been married nearly 12 years. My kids didn't even know who they are. If that tells you how much they've been around. And you know, but see, Dad, he just thought that his word would be enough for people to do what he wanted, but it wasn't. Like, you people are flipping evil, man. I'm just gonna tell you. But it's a long story. I don't think. I mean, both of my kids, they grow up with me, and my wife, obviously. So, like those two siblings that I have, they got a different mom. They got it, and they all live a different lifestyle. It's insane. But my wife must be here. Hear my dog barking. y'all can probably hear. But my kids, having the same mom and dad, they shouldn't go through stupidity like that. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was what I told. Like, I did not see these siblings until my dad announced he had cancer, and then I'm seeing them like every day. And my brother like conned my dad out of some land, trying to after he got out of prison, again, trying to tell him, "Oh yeah, Dad, I'm gonna take care of you," and he did. He did help do a lot, but he was also taken a lot because my dad was in a position where he couldn't really protect his property, and he was taking advantage of that. It's pretty messed up. But anyway, yeah, it's wild, guy. Which I know everybody's got them in the family. Thanks for advice. I was looking at 458, and you look, man. I mean, just look at the reviews of that stuff, and just got to be careful with the different. Some people have good luck. Some people have absolute crap luck. And I've had so many people ask me like, "Oh, what about this caliber? What about this caliber?" And I'm just like, man, from my experience, I've had a lot of people bring me firearms to work on that are crazy calibers, but I've never had anyone like having serious issues with 5.56 or 308. So good morning, beautiful. How was your night? Good. Was your lunch good? Good. My mom threatens to sell everything when she's upset with me. It's funny. I told when Dad was asking me one time, like, how should I do all this? I said, Dad, I'd donate every damn thing you got to a church just to piss everybody off. He was so obsessed, though, with not making anyone mad. Didn't want to hurt anyone. I'm just like, damn, man. And now when he was perfectly healthy, he'd make your ass mad. He didn't care, but, About when he got cancer, though, that really, he was, man, it was sad. It's just sad seeing somebody you love go through that. But his, he didn't want to make nobody mad, though. So, yeah. Levi says media is gay. Absolutely. Very gay. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Miss Prepared Citizen said hey and bye. Okay, so it is still legal. You just can't buy them in kits anymore. God, that's so gay, man. Yeah, it really is. Law is just some dude, like all these politicians in our case, coming up with like that one of the dumbest thing. One of the dumbest. If I was a cop, I could not give. Hey Reba, I don't know. Come on, you want? Come here. Everybody ain't seen you in a while. You're gonna just tear everything apart. But is window tint laws. I could not give a ticket for window tint. She's wound up. She's already been out a couple times. I've been up with them since about 4:30 to 5, somewhere in that range. She's already let me know we got neighbors. Is there anything else you want to knock over in the room? We don't have enough to knock over. God, it's like a wrecking ball.
All right.
Love you. Rick Clark, what's up, man? $300 blackout bag gun. Yeah, just I mean, the thing about 300 blackout is having a good reputable setup, like a good gun. Like I've never heard anybody with a Daniel Defense 300 blackout have issues. I mean, I don't know how exactly they have them tuned out of the factory, but they must be solid because the guys that I know that have one ain't never had no issues with, doing the subsonic and all the crazy ammos they got. Kind of dog. So the one you heard barking was a doodle. It was a doodle. And then Reba there. She's my German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois mix. She's that's good, Alpha Charlie. I need to get mine. That's something like we've talked about it. We need to get ours actually legalized, I guess. Yeah, good luck, man. I hope that goes as good as it can go for you, man. I know that stuff's crazy. Oh yeah, that's that's how ours is going now. Yeah, it's man. And dad, my dad was not a rich. This isn't like $1 million that's getting divided up. Like I don't even think it's not going to be much by the time this is all said and done. But that's what the siblings wanted. They just know that dad if he had made a will, he would have tried to leave everything to me. And they were just gung ho to make it as miserable. They have something against me. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Like, they have hated my mom. They've hated my dad. Yes, and I mean, like, I could give y'all some stuff. Y'all'd be like, damn. Like, woo. Like, how the hell does he not disown them? But that's not public information. But it's been a lot. So yeah, it's more of a spite thing than for them wanting anything. If that makes sense. So, Twin Arrows, check your email, man. Or did you email me yet? Have you emailed me? I emailed you yesterday. I need your PayPal. So email me that, and I'll hook you up, man. Biggest issue, getting the buffer weight right to run Whisper or Blackout. Oh, see, that's good to know. Yeah, man, them things are wild. Man, I hate to hear that, Robert Ham. That sucks, man. But yeah, it's unfortunately, it's part of it. You know, it's one of the things me and my wife talked about early on. Like, hey, if as long as we're not crazy and we stay together, you're gonna experience the loss of your parents. That's just part of it. So, it is what it is, I guess. Unfortunately, I'm about to get off here and get to work, gents. I got a couple orders to get packed. Good morning, Sister Krista. How are you doing? Oh, for those of you that don't know, that's where we get our horsepower coffee from, by the way. Like I was talking about earlier, that's where we get that from. Oh man, that's sick. What is it with Christmas Day, man? One of my really good friends passed away. Tactical Response alumni. He passed away Christmas Day. He had a 4-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old daughter. This is so sad, man. Dude had a heart attack. I just talked to him Christmas Eve. Told him Merry Christmas. That him and the family looked good. And man, I tell you what, it's just, I was like, dang, man. This year has been crazy with losing people. A lot of folks I know, I've lost a few friends, lost my dad, and got a few friends that's lost people. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it's part of life. It sucks, man. Dang, I hate that, twin. That sucks, man. But yeah, it's it stinks. twin. I hear you. I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, the older I get, I say that every year. Like, damn, this year's been crazy. Which we've had some good, a lot of positives too. I don't need to just sit here and quite dwell on the negatives, but when it's deaths like that, it's hard not forget all that stuff. But we have had some positives this year too. Earlier in the year, I got to attend a lot of training and getting a lot of stuff done I was wanting to. After Dad passing, it's definitely, and it still is, out of whack. For the moment, I got one thing planned coming up. Was it January 2nd, Lord willing? So I need to go get some spark plugs slapped in my 4Runner, and before I venture off too terribly far. But yeah, it's I don't know. At the same time, got a lot to be thankful for too. So I'm trying not to say it's all bad, because we've had a lot of good stuff. Business headed in the right direction. I wish I was like some of these gurus that know how to do all the social media and business stuff and make like $1 million in a year. I don't see how some people do it. I'm just like, damn, you got to have some good people in your corner, like good people, because man, I tell you what, just with me by myself and my knowledge, granted I'm learning, but man, there is so much to learn when it comes to operating a business. It's a lot. So it's I will say operating a business by yourself is not for the faint of heart. It's a serious undertaking. Yeah, that's right, Levi. Yeah, that's right, man. It can suck. You just gotta keep rolling, man. Gotta keep rolling. Yeah, man, that was good. That was good, dude. Nice. Got some radios. Whew. That's much. Oh, nice. Well, gentlemen and gals, I'm about to get off here. I got some work to do today. I gotta get got some programming done yesterday. I just gotta get some radios packed up, shipped out, and a couple more orders. But guys, it has been fun. I appreciate each and every one of you swinging by, drinking some coffee with me. Let's see. Horsepower Coffee, go grab you some. It is really, really good stuff. Bang. Today's coffee brought to you by Horsepower Coffee. But yeah, that's some really good coffee, guys. If you need anything medical kit, radio wise, use prepared 10, all caps, no spaces. That's just my way of saying thank you for all you guys that support me here on YouTube, and follow me, drink coffee with me, all that good stuff. It's my way of saying thank you. I appreciate every one of yous. And guys, I hope let's see. Yeah, it'll be the new year next time I talk to you. So you guys be safe. Have a good week. Happy New Year. It's Tourniquet Tuesday. Be sure to carry a tourniquet. Have a tourniquet. Know how to use it. And it's Taco Tuesday. Don't forget to support your local Mexican restaurant. We're going to get some, or make some tacos at home. We've been doing that past couple of times. That's pretty good too. So, guys, y'all be good. Have a good day. God bless every one of you. And I will catch you on the flip side. See ya.